Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. You know, I know we took a week break. How was everybody holiday? Hope it was great. Forgive us for just putting out some last blast.
Some technical difficulties. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah, like we was going in for a minute before we even hit the record button. Forgot that we hit the record button. You know, but we here. So tonight we're gonna discuss the topic of what topic I want to discuss? Oh, when you set goals and achievements for yourself, do you expect your partner to be supportive of those goals and achievements? Like, will it affect you in a negative way if they decide that they're not going to be supportive of you? You know, and that's something I came across because I was thinking, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was very frustrated because they was trying to achieve certain things, and their partner wasn't very supportive. Like, they were trying to be an entrepreneur, but it seemed like their significant other wasn't like really into it, or wasn't like really like, have positive feedback. It was just like, why are you trying to do that? You make this amount of money, you good. But maybe this person wants to try something because that's what their passion is, you know? Like,
I agree. I hear
like
you.
I'm not gonna knock, like you got the dudes who's out there and they're like 40-year-old rappers still rapping in the hood. Can we really knock them if that's their passion? And should their girlfriend really like give up on them, or whoever they with give up on them? Like that's real. That's real.
So, I see it as okay. I've been in relationships where I've dealt with women who had no goals and no aspirations, and I've dealt with women who had not. I'm not going to say too many goals and aspirations, but who had a lot where they felt that being in a relationship was not as big to them as their goals and aspirations, which is kind of understandable, you know. The women I've dealt with that didn't have any goals and aspirations, they was just living life at the time. Like, for instance, I love I don't love my daughter's mother, but I respect her and everything. But when we were together, she didn't really have any goals and aspirations. Like, she was just living because she didn't really experience, like, not to say she didn't experience, but she never had a man in her life that was like a go-getter. Like, I'm a go-getter, even though, I'm a hustler. If I want something, I'm going to get it. Or if not, I'm going to try to get it. So when we got together, the first thing I asked her, I was like, yo, do you have health insurance? I mean, not health insurance. I was like, do you have life insurance? And she's like, life insurance? What the fuck is life insurance? She didn't say what the fuck it was, but she was like, why would I need life insurance? I'm like, yo, you got a kid. Your kid is in the teens. Like, you're supposed to have life insurance for you and that kid. Like, if something happens, whatever. So that was that part. But then, even that, like, I was going back to school, and she really didn't have any intentions on really wanting to do nothing. She was just going to work. She worked for HRA, and that was her life. Like, just going to work, making money to pay bills. And I'm like, but it's bigger than just working and paying bills. Like, what is it that you like to do? Like, what are your hobbies? What is it that you want to do with your life? And she didn't have no fucking clue, no idea whatsoever. So when I went back to school, she went back to school just because I went back to school. But then she wound up fucking quitting because it was too much for her. She couldn't focus on the fact that we lived upstate, so she was driving home to studying and then doing the work. So it wasn't something that she really wanted to do. She only did it because she saw me doing it. But then after the relationship, years later now, like, she has goals and aspirations, which is crazy. It took us going through what we went through in our relationship. It took the negative, all the bad shit, and then come to find out she actually listened to some of the shit that I used to tell her. And now she has her own business, like legit business, like LLC, all that shit. She has a legit business. She's making good money, and she knows what she wants to do with her life. So I think if you don't find a person that can push you and thrive you to be a better you, then you're just fucking existing. You're not even living.
No,
A lot of
because that was
people
me
are
for
existing.
good. I was existing for a long time. Like, to be honest, I was
Yeah.
existing until my pops passed away.
Okay.
After my pops passed, that's when I was like, you know what, I gotta start living. Like, I had, and remind you, I didn't have a child till I was 35. So I had no real responsibilities. I was just, maybe I was out and partying, but I never really sat there and said, hey, I want to get a house. I never said, hey, I wanted to get this, I wanted to get that. All that stuff popped in my head after my pops passed and after my son was born. I'm like, the only
Okay.
reason why now I got my permit and gonna learn how to drive is so I could take my son places. When it was just me, I lived downtown Brooklyn. It really didn't bother me. I take cab to where I gotta go. I went on vacation. That's nice. I can get drunk in another country. Do some shit in another country. I don't do nothing illegal. So, but as for goals and aspirations, yeah. Like for me, it was when Hunter came around. Like I found my passion for photography after my pops died, but just for a better way of life was after Hunter was here, and I was like, you know what, I want to provide for him, and I want to do the cool shit that my parents did for me, for him. Like it was awesome that I was able to take him to Disney World last summer. That's some shit my parents did for me. I was able to give him that experience.
I hear you.
But but most of my goals and aspirations didn't come until those two moments in my life. Since then, I had some women, and I admit there was one woman I dated that tried to support me and and try to push me to do more with my life before my pops passed, before Hunter passed. But at that time, I was just existing. I was like, fuck it, I don't care, like I'm good. I got enough money to do everything. But
Yeah.
it's also
I hear
like
you.
you said before. Sometimes you got to meet people. You got to discuss. This is things you got to talk about when you first meet somebody. What are your goals? What are your aspirations? Like, you do get people that be like, I'm just existing, or they don't really know what they want to do. And I don't know what a time frame is that you let somebody try to figure out what they want to do with their life, or do you just leave right away? That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, what happens if you do tell your partner, hey, this is what I'm trying to tell you? Go ahead.
No, go ahead,
bro.
go ahead, finish.
No, I was going to take it to a whole other question, so if you got
good.
something to discuss on,
No, go ahead.
So I was
Keep
like,
going. Go ahead.
So I was like, but you got to think about the stuff like, damn, I forgot. Your partner. All right. You might look at your partner being supportive. Do you tell your partner, hey, I need support? Or do you expect your partner to say, hey, I got your back?
My partner's supposed to have my back regardless if you're my partner. As an adult, whatever concoction that I come up with, it can be a bullshit ass, whatever the fuck it is. As my partner, you're supposed to ride or die with me regardless. That shit may sound stupid. I may say I want to be the best fucking basket picker in the world. If that's my goal and my aspiration as my partner, you're supposed to support me. Regardless of how fucked up basket picking may be, that's something that I want to do. So you're supposed to support me on that.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Because that's what it is. Because, when my partner decides that she wants to do something, I may not agree with the fuck she's doing, but that's her passion. So I'm going to support her. And then the type of man I am, like I do it with my daughter. Like my daughter wanted to, well, Ariel, of course. She doesn't really know what she wants to do with her life. And that's okay, because she's about to be 25. At 25, I kind of didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. But she came up with a whole bunch of shit that she said she wanted to do. So because she wanted to do it, I made it my business to buy all that shit. Matter of fact, she wanted to be a dog groomer. So,
okay.
She has that skill. So I sent her information for this fucking dog grooming school online. I was like, I'm not going to pay for it because you got a job. It's going to come out of your check. You do that because you're making money. So she started it, but then she wasn't spending her money wisely. So, because they took it directly out of her check. It was like Altogether, the fucking school was like $1,000, and all they wanted to do was take $50 out of your check every fucking month. $50 a month. That's nothing.
Oh wow!
So
But
she
somebody
could
don't
have did
have no
that, but
responsibility.
she wasn't. That's what I'm saying. So all she had to do at the time was just go to work and come home. So when you come home, you got a laptop because you got a laptop from the previous school that you quit from. So you got a laptop. So why you can't come home and study? But she would come home and go to sleep and then go to her friends and shit. So, but even now, when she told me she wanted to do grooming, I made it my business. I bought a fucking whole grooming set. I bought the clippers. I got her business cards made. Like, I did a whole bunch of shit because this is what she said she wanted to do. You know, I told her, I said, get your permit and get your license, because if you do that, I can try to finagle a way to get you a car so you can be a traveling groomer. That's money. And then, like, even during this Corona shit, all, like, Petco, PetSmart, them shits was closed. So people had to figure out their own way of how to fucking groom their dogs. I was like, yo, that was easy money maker for you. $60 a whop, tax-free. You could have been a traveling groomer. But instead, she was lazy and she didn't want to do nothing. She was worried about her boyfriend at the time. So it was like, if this is what you want to do, I'm going to support you 100%. But you got to put the work in. Like, I can't make you do it, but I'm going to support you. Same thing with my woman. Like, if I have a woman that wants to do something, once you say, babe, this is what I want to do, I got your back. If I can help buy the shit, I'm going to help you buy the shit. I'm gonna make sure I stay up with you to do whatever it is that you got to do, but you got to do it. Don't just say you want to do it, and then you bullshitting, and then you don't do it. Because then now I'm getting frustrated because I done wasted my time and my energy on you doing the shit on you saying the shit that you want to do, and you not doing it. And that actually has happened now.
All right, I ain't even that one, but yeah, that's a tough one because I see a lot of relationships where people are not supporting each other. Like, so you meet somebody and say, I want to be a chef. You're not sitting there saying, well, let me get you a knife set. Let me get you your own apron.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or not even, or being a taste tester when you try to make a new dish. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't do, like, you can support in many ways. What I also realize, and this is from my own personal experience, sometimes the kind of support that we look for is not, it's like, all right, somebody's giving us support, but because it's not given the way we want it, you don't think it's support. So you might get that person and say, okay, well, let's say you are a chef. This person might not be your regular taste tester, but when they go to events, they're quick to leave your card like, oh, I know somebody who cooks. Like, I know somebody who's good with it.
Exactly.
Here's the information.
I got you.
But what I realize is that a lot of people look for a certain type of support, and that's not necessarily the case. Like, if y'all a couple and y'all together, and let's say one of your goals is that you do want to finish your degree. Okay, obviously I can't do your schoolwork for you. Okay, but what I might be able to do is,
but I'm gonna make sure that your ass get up every day to study.
Yeah, I'm gonna do shit to help you out, so there's less stuff for you to do, so you can put more time into that. Hey, if I know you up all night and you studying, yeah, granted, I might not be all night with you, but I will make sure you have some coffee waiting for you to help keep you up.
Yeah,
or if you got to get up in the morning, and I'm like, hey, come on, you got to get up. Let's say the kids don't got to get up for another 2 hours. Let's get you up now so you can take some time to study and do some stuff before they wake up. Or, hey, I'm going to take the kids' hair for a couple hours so you can do your schoolwork. Like stuff like that. Like, people got to, it's like people, there's different types of support, and people just got to understand that you can support people. Especially today in this world of the digital age.
But then you got to understand, you're right, there are different types of support, but then you have to see if that person willing to want to support you. Because that person could talk a whole bunch of shit like, yeah, I got your back, I got your back, I got your back. And then when it gets to that point, they might not want to support you for a few reasons. Maybe they might be jealous because, oh, this nigga, this nigga or this chick think they too good now. They trying to do this school shit. Like when I met them, they wasn't on this school shit. Like, you know, you got sometimes different people. They may say they in your corner, but they're not really in your corner. You know.
No, you're right. You're right. Because especially if you show that drive and that passion, some people do get jealous of that. They be like, yo, like,
exactly.
I mean, within this last year, I can sit there and say, from how I was in January to now, yeah, my skill as a photographer has greatly increased.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you do get some people that be like, hey, if you see you doing better, they'll do get a little jealous when their shit is not taking off. You know, and it's crazy, and this is like
that's true.
It's not, and it's sad that happens with somebody you're in a relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can see where your friends might. You know, sometimes we so-called have our friends. Okay, Dorian's in the building. Jealousy breeds envy. Yes, jealousy do breed envy, Dorian. But yeah, but that's the sad part about it. It's like honestly. One thing I love about, I'm glad Dorian's on the call with us right now. Like when I did the podcast shit years ago, and I stopped. I was doing a radio show with someone else. Yeah, that didn't work out the way it was. I quit. But one thing I can sit there and say, I was able to contact Dorian and be like, yo, listen, I'm trying to start back up. Let me know what kind of programs I could use or whatever the case may be. So it was like, and I saw him doing his podcast. I'm like, wait, I could do this. Like that shit was inspiration. It wasn't like, yo, fuck, how his shit taking off of mine now. It was one of those like, yo.
Yeah, it wasn't no competition type shit. Nah.
Yeah, it wasn't competition shit. It was just like, yo, he's got his shit kicking. And the thing and beauty part about people, like, and some people are jealous like that because, like, even now, like, I remember one of my past podcasts, I was going to do a topic about the 5 love languages, right? So the radio show I was a part of before, all of a sudden, that was their topic. And I'm sitting there like, wow, like, dude, I just posted that for my topic.
Oh, shit.
And let me tell you how much a guilty conscience would fuck somebody up. Because I put a post on Facebook like, yo, sometimes you got to keep your shit, like, close to the chest because people will steal your ideas. Then I get a phone call from said individual like, yo, was that about me? Because, I know you was doing the topic or whatever. I mean, you can still do it on your show too. I said, nah, that wasn't about you. If you feel a certain way, that's on you.
Then you feel guilty. Then you must have did some shit.
Yeah, so, yeah, you calling me to actually if I'm talking about you, but if you wasn't doing nothing on that wave, then you wouldn't have to call me about it, You would just know, like, oh, damn, somebody did my homeboy dirty. That's fucked up, But and that's crazy. But like support is real, like especially in the digital age. It takes 2 seconds to sit there and say, yo, my homeboy got a show. My homeboy did a good topic.
It does. You right.
My homeboys, my homegirl does candles. They do cups. They do T-shirts. It takes like next to nothing, yo.
You right. Help the hustle.
Like
you getting the money. You getting the money. You gonna put me on if I put you on. That's how I see it. You watch my back, I watch your back.
And if you really support what I'm doing, stop asking for a discount.
Yeah, that too. People do that shit all the time. Oh, my nigga, you got some shirts, yo. Let me get them for $10. Them shit's $30. You want them for $10. Like, nigga, you hurting my pocket.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. You hurting my pocket. If you really respect me and my business, what I'm trying to do, pay full price. If we're cool like that, and I definitely want to give you a discount, let me give you the discount. But don't ask for it from straight off the jump.
That's what's up.
Because I dated, I was dating this young lady. She was selling a facial scrub, like a coffee scrub for the face. Mm-hmm. So I was asking her, like, how much is the scrub? She told me how much it was. So, without, even no discussion, nothing, I just cash out the money, like, yo, I want an order. She's like, oh, if you just wanted something, you should have said something. Oh, this is your business. Mm-hmm. Like, this is what you're doing. I'm not going to sit there and ask you to give me a discount. No, I want your business to thrive. If I believe in your business, I believe in paying it. I don't need a hookup. I'm not gonna ask for nothing free. You know?
That's true.
Like, it kills me how we
Like the bartender shit. Since I bartend,
and people think because
I be bartending, and I be telling people, they be, like one of my people's hit me up about, somebody I know hit me up about 3 weeks ago. He was like, "Girl, you still do the bartender shit?" I said, "Yeah, it was slow during COVID, but I'm back at it." He's like, "So what's your rates?" So I started giving him questions. I was like, "Well, all right, so what type of event is it? How many people? Am I providing the liquor? Are you providing the liquor?" So, all the details. So I told him my rate. And he was like, "Oh, damn, that's a lot." I said, "But my man, I'm doing all of this for you. I got to travel to the place. You want me to bring the liquor, so I got to take money out of my pocket to buy the liquor, even though at the end of the day, the rest of the liquor is yours because you're paying me. But this is how much the going rate is." That's too much. I'm going to get somebody else.
And
okay,
that's what
I'm not going to fight you.
But the crazy part is you want me to do my job, so that's more. It. Yeah, they'll pay
not
more
even
money
that.
from
They
a
may not
stranger.
charge me. They might charge less, and you won't get the service that I'm giving you. Or their drinks might be
That's another
shitty. They
thing,
might be
too.
too strong because some people don't know how to mix drinks. So you don't know what type of service you get in. And I'm not trying to break your pockets, but I'm just being reasonable. Like you somebody I know, so I'm not gonna give you somebody I don't know price. I'm gonna still give you a price, but it's a party for 300 people. Minorities. Niggas like Hennessy. Hennessy is like fucking $80 a bottle for a big bottle. I gotta buy like 10 of them shits. So, alone, 10 bottles of Henny for $80, that's $800 right there. Just off of Henny.
Right, Dorian put something in the chat. The black community has a bad tendency to look for the cheap discount from our own, but will pay more from strangers. You right.
I agree.
You right.
Totally agree.
You right.
I totally agree.
And another sad
You'll
fact,
give
and
all that
another
money to a
sad
white
fact
man.
is, we'll get more support from strangers than we would from friendly.
That's
friends
true as
and
well.
family.
That's true as well.
That's
true as
real.
well.
Because I
Very
remember,
true.
and then like some people, some people are so obsessed with quantity, they don't choose quality. Because even with me, I had a friend of mine that I went to high school with. She was trying to do her party promoting at a club right by the hood. I'm a Ricci's or whatever it was. I have to work Friday. And she was like, "How much do I charge to take pictures?" My thing is, because he went to high school and we mad cool, I was in it with the Lolo. I said, "Yo, $50 an hour." She's like, "Oh, nah, that's too much. The dude that we got now charge way less than that." Like, wait, hold up. This man is taking pictures for you for 4 hours every Friday. He's charging you less than $50 an hour. One, my man is trying to get famous. He ain't trying to put in quality. He's just trying to get his name out. Because I'm gonna be real with you.
Too.
He's just trying to get that quick money. And then once, and I get it, because once your name is out there, people gonna start fucking with you. Like, "Oh, word, I'm gonna hire him right quick." And then my thing is, everybody don't know what you charge one person. So you can sit there and say, "Oh, I'm charging you $75, even though I charge the other person $25." But then you gotta know your mindset of a person as well. Like, you can't, like, let's say, all right, you do upscale, like you work on an army base.
Yep.
My thing is, you're used to a higher caliber of person who's sitting there coming to get these drinks from me. Now you want me to surface. I'm not going to say a lower class or a low, but you want me to service someone at a different standard in life.
Somebody who just want fucking Henny and Coke. That's an easy drink to make.
Like, that's an easy drink to make.
But on the fucking base, I'm making fucking Manhattans. I'm making fucking Cosmos. I'm making fucking, spritzes and shit. Where I actually have to be a fucking mixologist. But at the hood spot, I'm doing Ciroc and cranberry. Or Hennessy and Coke.
And this is why he wanted a discount, because he know most of the motherfuckers is going to drink Henny and Coke, Henny and cranberry. You might get somebody who wants some tequila or something like that.
Yeah, shots.
But they're not getting real drinks. Yeah, or shots. But you don't have nobody, but you have to understand, my level of what I'm doing is way above what you asked me to do. So
exactly.
I can give you, I can make you the Henny and Coke, but Yeah, like, don't play me like I'm that dude in the hood that just know how to make a drink. No, I'm a mixologist. I just don't pour shit.
Exactly.
I just don't pour shit in a cup. And that's what I tell people. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, 3 years ago, if you wanted to give me a cheap price for me to take pictures, I probably would have took it because my skills sucked back then. But my skill has advanced. No, I know what I can do now. I mean, I know what I can do. Like, even I was looking at the pictures that I did this weekend for this engagement photo shoot. I was like, oh damn, I took these. Oh shit. Like, look at me. So I'm like, okay, fine. I can, but it's amazing how people don't support. And it's like the one person that you think will support you through thick and thin, which would be your mate, you'd be like, fuck, like, what the hell? Like, because I'm very zero. Everybody know me. I'm very 0 or 100. If I'm with you, I'm with you. If I want to see you win, I'm going to support you. Even if I can't
Me too.
do anything else, I'm going to speak life into you. I'm going to let you know you got this. You can make it happen. There's no reason whatsoever why you can't achieve what you want to achieve.
I agree. I totally
and then
agree.
You get some people that be like, hey, but some people are not like that. And that's, wow. I'm like, you don't believe in me to achieve my goals, but you have no problem bending over.
But again, like
I
was saying earlier, it's not that they don't believe in you. It's not that they don't believe you. It's just they might be envious of you. Like they don't want you to do better than them. And it's fucked up that there's a lot of people out there that don't want you to do better than them.
And you know what? You're right. And you know what the saddest part about it is? I've seen parents be jealous of the kids.
I've seen that too.
I've seen parents that, like, why? How are you jealous of the kids? Our goal as a parent is for our children to go further than we ever been. How are you jealous that your child is experiencing and doing more than you was, when that's what our goal is? Like, I want you to go to the next level. Like, you're supposed to stand on my shoulders and then go higher. I don't see how a parent can be, jealous of their own child.
That's because they want what the kid has. That's what it is. They want that attention that the kid has. Sometimes the kid is getting all the attention, and they want that shit back, and they're not getting it. So they're gonna be bitches or or dumbass niggas. That's just what it is.
And that's what and that's what prompted me, because I'm gonna keep it real. What really inspired me to discuss this is that I was looking at my sister and her boyfriend. He has his clothing line. And when I went over there Saturday, like, my sister was actually learning, like, she knows some of the stuff that he does and was giving him ideas, and she was really like, if you try to do it this way, and I'm sitting there like, yo, like, this is real. Like, you really support him and what he's doing.
And that's what's up. She believes in it.
And that's what's up. And that's what I was like, yo, that's what's up. And I just realized there's a lot of people out there with partners who don't give two flying funks about what you do. Like, they don't give a damn. They gonna be like, that shit is whack. No, don't do it.
Yeah, I got you.
Like, and it's wild crazy, man. It's wild crazy. Like, it's amazing how I can sit there and give my business card to my friends and I hear nothing from them. I went to the damn Small Business Expo and somebody hit me up one day in my damn DM talking about, oh, hey, I'll show you a card at the expo. Just reaching out to see how business is going and all that. I'm like, wow, I don't even know you, but thank you.
I don't even know you.
I fucking feel special.
That's true. Family can be even worse with a lack of support.
Yeah, Yeah.
That's because people want to be who you are. Like, when you doing certain shit and people see it and they mad because you're winning and they not winning, they don't want to support you. They don't want to be there.
Yeah, that's real facts, man. It's just, I don't know, like, that support shit is real, because sometimes people need that support. You don't know what people going through.
But then you got those other people who they there to support you, and as soon as you come up, you forget about the people that supported you. You got those people too. So you got somebody that got your back. They there with you. They going through the struggles with you. The nights of you staying up doing whatever it is, and then you get on your feet, and then and they get on their feet and they get on big time. Yeah, they get on their feet, they big time, and then they forget about the people that fucking helped them get to where they are. You got a lot of those people out there.
That we do.
A lot of those people.
That we do.
And I know a few.
know.
And it pissed me off because I thought they were my friends, and they really wasn't.
My man, you ain't say nothing but a word.
This is one dude.
Let me tell you how fucked that was.
One dude that I know, I ain't gonna say his name, but when I met him, he was cool as shit, whatever. Met him, he was going through child support just like we are, but his mom, he was paying child support for 2 kids. But the second baby mom, the first baby mom, she just did it because she was on public assistance for a minute, so she wasn't taking that much. But the second baby mom, of course, she was a better baby mom, so she was getting this nigga. So I used to work for HRA, so he wasn't eligible for food stamps, but I made him eligible, and I made him get a lot. This was back in the day, before they, changed the rules. Before the rules was changed and they stuff. But he didn't make he didn't make a whole lot of money, but at the time he wasn't eligible. But I made him eligible and I hooked him up. So fast forward, this was happened in 2009 is when I hooked him up, helped him out. Fast forward now, we in 2021. This nigga's making $140,000, $150,000 a year. I'm struggling. I don't ever ask him for nothing, but he was selling TVs.
But he can offer.
He was selling TVs one time, so I had needed a TV to go in my daughter's room. It was a little 37-inch or whatever, but I needed a TV, and I couldn't afford to buy a brand new TV. So he was getting rid of that one because he bought a brand new TV. So I'm thinking that he was going to give it to me because he was like, yo, I got this TV. It's a 37-inch. I was like, that's perfect. It's my daughter's on it. He was like, yeah, all right. I was like, all right, I'll pick it up. He was like, all right, $50. I'm like, $50? Even though $50 was his shit, but I'm like, $50? He was like, yeah.
It's still
I was like, but in the back of my head, I'm like, but my mans, when I was going through shit, when you was going through shit and you was struggling, I made it my business to help you out. I'm struggling. I'm going through shit. I had the 50, but I needed that 50 because I needed that 50 for car fare. And then, mind you, he badgered me for like a good few weeks for that $50. Not that he needed it, but I was like, wow. I was like in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, I get it, but like I said, when you was down and out, I didn't have to fuck it. I could have lost my job by giving you the food stamps, but I didn't. I made sure I did what I had to do because I know you needed it because you was going through shit. This TV, I didn't need the TV, but my daughter needed a TV in her room. And
see, but that, yeah.
It's just shit like that. People forget where they come from when they get big, and that's not right. That's not fair.
But that's because some people was never really a friend. They use you for what you can do for them, and after that, when you can't do nothing for them no more, they walk away.
Very true. Very true.
They walk away. So I mean, it is fucked up. It's very fucked up. And that's very sad because I've been there too. Like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. But the minute I stopped taking part of it, you didn't know my number no more. You ain't calling me out no more. And then when you do call me, it's because you need something. Mm-hmm. Then once I sit there and say, okay, you know what, I can't help you out with that, all of a sudden you're on silent mode again. Mm-hmm. And that's cool. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, just stop with the bullshit. If be real. If we cool, we cool. If we not, we not. But just don't holler at me when you need something. Because you ain't really my friend.
You're right. You're definitely right.
While I'm over here thinking that we real friends and shit, like, oh, all right, I got your back. Then I'm like, yo, you ain't even got mine. Oh, shit.
Yeah. I've been there. Like I said, when I went through the shit I was going through, there was a couple of people who I thought was my motherfuckers who was like incognito, not answering their phone. Like, all I needed was somebody to talk to. All I needed was somebody to just be like, yo, D, it's going to be good. And when I called these certain people, these motherfuckers didn't answer their calls. I was like, yo, that's fucked up. Because when you went through shit, nigga, I had your back, ride or die. I let you stay with me. I let you, I let you drive my car. Like I looked out because I thought you was my man's. And then I just needed somebody just to
Now,
fucking talk to. I just needed somebody to just sit next to me like, yo, D, it's gonna be good. And your motherfucking ass, you didn't even fucking answer your phone. When I saw you try to like walk away from me like you didn't see me. Like I was like, damn, that's fucked up. That's real fucked up.
that's real
But
fucked up.
it is what it is. You live and you learn.
Wow, that's
Yeah, nigga.
that's real rough.
That's rough.
That's real
That's
rough. It is rough, man. It
No.
is. Especially when you think, yeah, that's what Dorian talking about. Rough times will always show who your friends are. Yeah, you have to That's a big ass word. You have to
Yes,
compartmentalize.
compartmentalize. Yeah,
people sometimes.
compartmentalize.
Goddamn Ti. Shit.
But that's right though. Like that's why I don't have a lot of friends. I used to call a lot of people my friends back in the day, but of course as I get older, I can count the motherfuckers on one hand that are my friends. I have associates, I have people that I chill with, I have people that I do other shit with, but my friends, like I know I can call a certain couple of people in the middle of the night, like, yo, I'm fucked up, I need you. And them motherfuckers will stop what they doing, they will come. And I will do that for a couple of people as well.
That's so sad,
that's just what it is. It is. It is, but that's life. And that's the truth.
Yeah, but that's what life is like. And I'll be real with you. That's what life is like. As we get older, our circles do get small. That's one of the things I was trying to express 2 weeks ago when we had the show. For whatever reason, still ain't trying to download for me. That's why I be telling these chicks.
That's because that shit was like 8 hours, nigga.
Friend.
We was on that bitch for like 8 hours.
We was on that shit for like 3 hours, yo. But that's why I be trying to tell these chicks, yo, we're not friends, yo. Like, we cool.
Yeah.
I'll say what up. I hope nothing bad happened to you, but we're not friends. Like, I tell a chick real fast, listen, I was trying to apply for the position of the man in your life, not a man in your life. If you just want me to be another man in your life, I'm out. That's not what I'm in for. No. Because that's who showed me that they really wasn't friends.
Today with my lady, I was surprised today when I was driving home. My lady called me. She usually calls me on my ride home. So I kind of had a little breakdown this morning because I'm not stressed. I'm not gonna say I was depressed either, but I had a little breakdown this morning because it's just, when shit don't go right, shit all piles on you at once. So I had a little breakdown this morning. While she was this morning, I told her what my breakdown was. So then this evening when I was driving home, she was like, yo. She was like, how about every 2 weeks when we get paid, let's just put money in a kitty together. And that kind of made me feel good because in my previous relationship, my daughter's mom
put money where?
She was She was like, put money in a kitty, meaning we every time we get paid every 2 weeks, we put money in a pot together. We gonna match each other's money when we get paid. So it kind of made me feel good because I never really had a chick tell me that. That's what old people. That's what old people from the South say. They call it the kitty. When you put money in the kitty, that means put money together. So it kind of made me feel good because, like I said, my daughter's mom, when we both was working for HRA, she was a PA. She was a PA 2 when I was a PA 1. Then I became a PA 2. So we both was making the same amount of money at that time. So when we was making the same amount of money, her mentality was, oh shit, we making the same amount of money, now I gotta make more than you. So then she went to become a PA3. Which I was happy that she became a PA3, but I was upset because it's like, damn, we making the same amount of money, why you gotta make more money than me? Like, what's that about? But whatever. But then, again, when I was a PA3, she was a PA2, and she was making more money than me, but I was paying equal amount of bills. So whatever money she had left over, she was stashing, well, I didn't have no money left over because we paying equal amount of bills. Like, if you make more than me, I think you should pay more of the bills. But she didn't see it that way. So when, like I said, when my lady now told me, yo, let's just put money aside so that we can start building shit together, that shit made me feel good. Cause this chick never said no shit like that to me, and it was on some other shit. Wow,
Well, you know what?
Mister.
I mean,
So
I'm down.
real quick, sorry. So Will Beckham, he hit me up a few minutes ago about some shit.
Beckham.
So I just asked him about his pops. His pops was sick. He's been sick for a while. He had like cancer or whatever. But it went away. But now I just texted him and said, "How's pops?" And he said, "We're gonna talk when we see each other." But he said his pops they just categorized him as stage 4 cancer. It started to spread all over his body. So that's fucked up.
I know that feeling. Yo, tell Will. I know how that feels. I went through that. So if he still got my number,
Yeah,
you need
I'm
to hit
gonna
me
tell
up. I know exactly what that
Definitely.
feeling's like.
Yeah,
But,
so that shit is crazy. So
yeah.
let's seal out
That's
healing
why,
energies
like-
for his dad. Let's pray for him. Yeah, that's crazy. Because he
It's
lost his
crazy,
moms
man.
already, lost his grandmas, and now his pops.
Yeah,
That's
no.
crazy.
Yeah, just real. Yeah, no. Yeah. And so, yeah. But, my thing is, even if she made more than me, and I still pay my share, because because I'm going to be real, I grew up in a household where my mother made more money than my pops. So, yeah, my pops is paying stuff, and my mom's had more money left over, so I don't think she's paying more stuff. But I think the money that she was banking, she wasn't banking it just for her. She was banking it for them. So it was like,
Of course not, because
okay,
the way their relationship was,
You know.
you can see that. Because they was always traveling together, always taking trips. Like, your mom's actually loved your father, like, which was a good look.
so I mean that's why. So if I'm dealing with a woman, and in the roles, either way, if I make more money than her, and she's contributing, whatever I have left over, I'm stashing for us, not just for you, not just for me, for us. I want to be able to sit there and say, well, go in the pot, take whatever you got to take out, or here, what you need, I'll transfer the money to you, no problem. So I mean, I want to be able to have that kind of relationship. But what I realized today, a lot of the women that are successful in life and they make good money, and this is from my personal experiences, I learned that they have the mentality is what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. So it's like, okay, I expect you to take care of me and provide for me and do all that stuff, but whatever money I make, I'm not investing back in you. I'm gonna take that money and
Yeah,
do
I hear
whatever
you.
I want. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. Like that's not fair to any of us. Like I think I read a story one time when they said a man and woman was dating, and she don't make much money, but he makes all this money in the world. Like he makes like real good money. He goes on expensive vacations with his whole family, who make good money. And it was like he said, as the man, he was telling her so she could pay her own way. Like, this is how much the vacation costs. Are you coming? But he made so much money. Why didn't he help take his woman on vacation? Like y'all gonna be sleeping in the same room. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna be having relations. And that's your woman, not even just some jump off or some chick you're dating. Like, this is your woman. Y'all live together. What's wrong with saying, okay, don't worry about it. This is what it will do. I'll pay for the vacation. You'll save up for the spending money while we're on vacation.
I agree. I had to tell my lady that.
Like,
Because, she comes from a place where she expects the man to always fit the bill, always take her out on dates, always to do shit. And I said, okay, I kind of agree with that, but in my current situation, I ain't got it like that. So you take me out, I take you out. For instance, she was like, "Oh, let's go." She was like, "Let's go to this concert." I said, "Okay, buy the tickets." That's it. It's your idea. You buy the tickets. We went axe throwing. I was like, "Babe, you want to go axe throwing?" She was like, "Yeah, all right." So that was my date. I said let's go axe throwing, so I paid for the tickets. We went. I paid for the dinner because that was my date to you. So you telling me, oh, let's do this? Okay, you want to do this? I'm not saying I don't want to do it, but all right, set that shit up. Don't look for me to set it up. That's your idea. So a lot of like I had to tell her I was like, yo, you're not gonna be spending my money. Like I'm trying to save so I can get a house. If you want to be in my future and you talk about you want to get a house with me, then we're not going out every week. That's not happening. We can go out maybe every other week, or maybe once a month we do something big. But I don't give a shit if you ain't never been out with your husband or your ex-husband. You ain't go out with him. That's not my problem. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build for later on because I want my house. So I'm not taking you out every fucking week. And if you don't like it, too bad. That's just how it is.
You're right.
You know?
If you don't like it, too damn bad.
And
I figure it out.
You don't get mad at me because you want to go out. I'm trying to do something else.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I say sometimes when we meet people that we want to be with, these are conversations we need to have. These are conversations I don't think happen enough. Because relationships start breaking up because, one person wants A, the other person wants B. But if you had this conversation from day one, you already know that, okay, we're either compatible or we're not compatible, and we could just go our separate ways. Yeah, I do want to get a house. And one thing, and this is just from my personal experience, again, because whoever watches this on YouTube, I don't want them thinking like this is how I think about older women. But some women...
Toya says that shit all the time.
Yeah, she do. She going like, my thing is, some women their actual present right now is so jacked up and they looking for a man to help them in it. But you want a man to build for your future. I can't build for our future if I have to take care of your present. I need you to be self-sufficient so I can start planning for the future. So when I have that extra $50, I could put that in a jar. I could sit there and say, okay, this is for the future. Or I could set up that account for the future. We don't get those, but you get women out there like, I expect you to do everything. I said, whoa, the economy is different from the 70s. Like, any woman who's about 35 and up, my father and my grandfather and my uncles, different economy, okay? Let's be real. It's a different economy. Back then, you had dudes who worked in a factory and not only took care of their regular family, he would take care of his secret family. That's not the case no more. Inflation is real. Shit just went up again. Nobody, let's be real. Let's be real. If we're gonna do this, we have to do it together. And
I agree.
We'll get that.
The way the world is now, you need two people together to survive. That's just how it is. That's point blank.
I had a woman sit there and tell me,
you need two people together to survive.
Mm-hmm. You do.
You had a woman tell you what?
She told me that the economy is different down south. I said, listen.
Down south where?
Things are cheaper down south. No, wait, I know, but I had to break it down. So I said, listen, down south, things are cheaper, but your rate of pay is cheaper, is lower as well. Unless you work for the federal government, where your income is going to follow you from state to state, you're taking a pay cut when you go down south to all these cheaper states. When
I went down to Georgia. When I went down to Georgia, I was looking at how much they pay to work for. I was looking at how much they pay at the DMV down there, because when you go to Atlanta, even though the houses are big, the houses are still expensive. You get a lot of space, but you can get a 6 bedroom, 6 bathroom house for like 300,000-400,000. Okay, that's like up here. So, but I was looking at the DMV job down there. You know how much they get paid to fucking work at the DMV in that specific town of Georgia? They get paid $23,000 a year. How the fuck can you afford a $400,000 house with $23,000 a year? You cannot.
That's
So,
you can't.
you
Well,
know,
somehow they make
they may
average.
think it's cheaper down there. They may think it's cheaper, but you getting more land, of course. But the shit is it's expensive all over. And
But
if you
a
ain't got
lot
the
of them
hustle, you
don't
ain't
do
got
the
the money, you
math,
can't do it. Yeah, I know.
and that's what it is. A lot of them they a lot of them don't. That's what they don't do the math. Yes, it's cheaper down there. Pay is different. But you have to say, Georgia is a different lifestyle. Like so many
That
of us
too.
done migrated down there. Georgia's not as cheap as it used to be. They're raising
Nah,
their rates for everything. Look, I know
yeah,
somebody
because
went down
Georgia's
there about
very
15 years
competitive.
ago. They went down there
Hmm.
15 years ago. They told me how dirt cheap it was. Over the last 5 years, because all of us is migrating down there now, it's not as expensive as New York. But she said, yeah, things have gone up more because people are just so hyped
Yeah,
to pay
because
less than what they
because
pay in
everybody's
New
moving
York.
down,
Everybody's moving down there. So it's like,
and because
okay,
everybody's moving
all the
down there,
developers.
they fucking building more. So once they building, like you said, the developers they building more, so that shit is coming. The property's going up.
Exactly. So I'm like people, like I said to people, Georgia, Atlanta specifically, is is a kryptonite, yo.
Hmm.
It's
I agree.
kryptonite, So I'm like, I
I
can't
totally
call it,
agree.
man. I can't call it. And then people don't understand, yo, when you leave New York, unless you got a steady game plan, because the thing about it is a lot of people I know that's ready to leave New York is a lot of people that was on public assistance. They don't have it
Yeah,
like that down
and
here
they
in Georgia.
Section 8 or something transfers, and they Section 8 transfers, so they able to go down there with their Section 8 that they have from New York and get a nice big house in fucking Georgia. Hold on, bro, I gotta use the bathroom.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. So
my
yeah,
bad for
so now
that.
that we here, we can. It's all right. It's called human nature, my dude.
Hell yeah.
It's called human nature. But yeah. So I guess after the holidays. Oh, well, this is the cave. So any men that's listening, we're gonna start our documentary soon. We're gonna be talking to black fathers and fathers of color
Word.
because so we can tell our stories. So any fathers
Nobody
out
want to
there
hear our
listening to
story.
this, Yeah, so any brothers out there, any fathers out there listening to this episode, feel free to comment on our YouTube channel. Hey, hit us up. We'll send you the email or tell us your email. We'll send out a questionnaire because we trying to document all this. Get our own little pamphlet book going. Tell your stories, interviews, everything. Because we need to tell our own stories. And oh wow, I need to watch that. I need to listen to that. Oh, Dorian's already off the call. I was gonna tell him. Now he got a topic on his podcast called Toxic Feminism.
Yeah. When is his podcast?
Yeah. I'll find out when he does it. I don't think his is live though. Like I think he got his co-host and they just record it and then they post it up on the website. But
Copy.
yeah, that's a. I know I'm gonna have to check that out because I was reading something on Facebook and it said, if when a man is being a real man, even an alpha female will submit. I'm like, what the fuck is an alpha female?
Yeah, what the fuck is alpha female?
I'm still flabbergasted. I don't know what an alpha female. If you're a woman,
I'm about to look that shit up. Alpha female.
I don't.
Let me see. An alpha female is a powerful and successful woman, often in a leadership role. Alpha females are often described as intimidating by men and women alike.
So she gets the title alpha female because she's successful in her job.
And she takes on a leadership role. I'm on dictionary.com. Let me see if there's another fucking.
First of all, I'm sorry. You got to be more. They got to clarify that more because you're trying to sit there and say she's an alpha female because she's a shift supervisor at McDonald's. I'm just saying that's a leadership role, right?
Funny. All right, here we go. I'm gonna read this real quick. Alpha female, a woman who has embraced her leadership ambitions. She is talented, high motivated, and self-confident. Female alphas embrace their confidence, and this helps them lead others. An alpha female tends to believe her ability to achieve is limitless. Self-identity as an alpha female has a confidence that is contagious, which leads others to respect her as an equal. Showcases leadership characteristics, can be recognized by others as being impactful, and has extremely high ambitions. The term alpha actually comes from the research of behaviors or whatever. So that shit is retarded. But I get what they're saying, but I don't know. I think an alpha female, with the success thing, I think an alpha female is somebody who's very successful, yes, who's used to pretty much being in charge of her life and her situation. That's an alpha female. And a lot of times alpha females will clash because alpha females are those independent women that be like, oh, I don't need a nigga because I got a fucking doctorate in such and such. I make such and such amount of money. I got a $400,000 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house. I'm driving fucking Beamers and Benzes, but I don't need no nigga. But then they do need a nigga because they pussy get lonely.
We both know somebody like that.
Oh yeah, I do. I know a couple of people like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I know somebody who used to thrash. I know about somebody who used to. What's the word I'm looking for? She used to kind of trash me on the low because I was trying to do shit for myself. But now she, of course, she's doing better than me or whatever. And now she's like, she thinks that she's the shit. And I just be looking at her. I don't even talk to her. I talk to her maybe once a year because I can't stomach her. But I'm like, wow, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know what to call it, B. Alpha female. Wow. So my thing is with the alpha females, it's kind of like the same thing we have going on in our culture. Everybody want to be head of honcho. Everybody want to be a chief, but nobody want to be Indian. Because if all the alpha females bump heads, they too busy competing with another instead of saying, "Hey, if we work together as a team, I can't call it.
Exactly.
I don't want to call it. But yeah.
Oh well. Oh well.
But like I was saying to all the brothers out there, we'll be hitting up y'all soon. We gotta have to look, I'm gonna come up with a questionnaire. So those brothers who don't want to be on camera, just want to fill out some questions and tell their story. Like we're gonna work it out. We're gonna break it down and let everybody know what's going on. Matter of fact,
I'm with it.
yeah, I'm gonna start working on it. I'm gonna start working on that. And we're gonna break it down in 3 parts. Fill out the questionnaire, just these couple questions, interviews, tell your story, good, bad, or indifferent. But yeah, I mean, thanks for Dorian for coming through tonight, even though he left already. We appreciate you. We appreciate you every time you showed up. Our regular
No
audience, I
doubt.
guess, that, we had technical difficulties starting this evening, so, we apologize. So if you couldn't stick around, no love lost. We'll see you next week. And, thank you for joining us tonight. And we'll see you next week. Look out for the YouTube link for tonight's episode. Look out for the topic for next week. Coming at you. We're going to keep it going strong. So about maybe, what? We still going to do a show to the 23rd?
Yeah. Yeah.
We do a show the
I'm with
Wednesday
it.
before Christmas. And then we'll chill till after the New Year.
We might do a Christmas show.
Right, so-
yeah, that's the Wednesday before Christmas. Yeah.
We do a Christmas show. What, next week you want to do seasonal depression or what? Well, we'll work it out in the background.
We could do season. Yeah, we could
chop
do
it
that.
for-
Because yeah. Hopefully I won't be depressed then. But yeah.
All right, so yeah. We'll dig. All right, see, I was just saying peace out to Dorian, and he hit me up on a Facebook Messenger, explaining why he had to bounce. I'm like, yo, it's all love. But silent,
Yeah,
well,
tell Dorian
I'm
I
the
said it
Big
was
Easy.
good, man.
Yeah.
I'm Birthmark. It was a pleasure. Y'all enjoy your week.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week.
All right.
Peace.
Be good, my people. Peace.
All right. Peace.
So let's